What's going on, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez. I'm back with another MLB player prop video for you today, Saturday, August 19th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We'll kick things off by recapping our two slips that we built out in yesterday's video, and then we'll dive into the Prizepicks board because I have 3 plays that I'm playing today that I want to share with you. And then lastly, but not leastly, I know that's not a word, we'll head over to the ODDSJAM optimizer. I do want to show you some value, whatever's available to us at that time. I want to go over that on Prizepicks, Underdog, Parlay Play, Jock Market, just to show you all the value, all the lines that you can find using the optimizer. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click the notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, so good news is we hit our slips, our slip. Bad news is we didn't hit our slip because we played the same plays on Prizepicks and Underdog. Let's go over it. So we tried to do a middling strategy. It almost worked out for us. No harm, no foul. I had a 4-pick entry that I played on Prizepicks because I got a free ticket, a free promo of sorts. That would have been good for $1,000. Should all 4 of those plays had hit. And if 3 of them would have hit, then we would have got 300. Unfortunately, only 2 of them hit. So let's talk about these slips in a little bit more detail. So Trevor Simeon, we took the more on his passing yards. Bryce Ford Wheaton, we took the under on his receiving yards. Satu Sabala, we took the under on her points. And then Alex Cobb, we took the under on his pitches thrown. Simeon goes well under his yards, and Cobb goes well over his pitches thrown. So we end up 2 and 2 on our Prizepicks play. So that was the free entry. Really kind of sucks because I wanted to win the $1,000, but I didn't put any money into it, so I didn't really lose anything. So that's how I was trying to like stay positive about it. But over on Underdog, we took the same 4 plays. We found them at different lines, and we were shooting for the middle, the result to land right in the middle. So Satu Sabala, we found her points over on Underdog at 19.5, so we took that under as well. But Trevor Simeon, we had his line, they had his line at 114 passing yards on Underdog, so we took the under on that one. That works out for us. Bryce Ford Wheaton receiving yards was at 22.5, so there's a true middling opportunity right there where you had a line that was really close. On Prizepicks and Underdog, we needed him to go under 25.5 on Prizepicks and over 22.5 on Underdog, and he does that. So that was a perfect middling spot right there. And then the Alex Cobb pitches thrown was at 87.5 on Underdog and at 90.5 on Prizepicks. So I thought, you know, man, this is a good shot for him to land like right on 90. He goes under on Prizepicks and goes over on Underdog. He ends up going over on Prizepicks, which means he goes over on Underdog. And then we added Luis Robert in there to make it an even 5-man insured. So 5-0 with our Underdog plays, 5-0 sweep, and that was good for $100 profit. So not the worst result. I'll take it for sure. So love to keep doing videos like this where we're building out slips. And again, a little bit disappointed that the Prizepicks slip didn't hit because, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, should have hit, I would have been sharing my winnings with a lucky sub. So we're going to keep at this. We're going to keep at this so that I can finally hit one of these slips and give a little back to you. So with all that being said, let's transition over to the Prizepicks dashboard. I have 3 plays that I want to share with you today. Let's get to it. All right, here we are over on the Prizepicks dashboard. 3 plays that I like for today that I will be playing in a slip or 2. As always, if you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to stick around and listen to me break these down, then you are in luck because that's what we're going to do. We're going to start right at the top with Aaron Judge, hitter fantasy score. Let's head over to props.cash. I'll tell you why I like them more on this play. All right, this one is very simple for me. I'm keeping it short. I'm keeping it sweet. I don't care about his plate appearances versus Carter Crawford. I don't care that he only has 1 single and 7 plate appearances. What I do care about is that Aaron Judge is playing at home. He gets a righty-righty matchup versus right-handed pitching this season. Judge has excelled with a .295 batting average, 19 homers, 10 doubles, 27 singles, and he has 40 RBIs. He homered in yesterday's game, which is great because we kind of know how this works with Aaron Judge. once he gets going, he can keep it going. So yesterday's game has a home run. I'm looking for him to hit another home run for us today at home in New Yankee Stadium. Cutter Crawford on the year versus right-handed bats, doing a good job at suppressing batting average and also suppressing power. So what makes me like the over on this one? In a matchup like this, when you have a guy that is good as Aaron Judge, that's type of caliber hitter, I'm going to side with the better player in this matchup, and that's Aaron Judge. He's a better player. He's a better batter. He's a better hitter than Cutter Crawford is a pitcher. He's at home. I believe he has a little bit of momentum going for him today. So I'm just going to take that. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to turn this into an over on Prizepicks and go with it. 8.5 hitter fantasy score for Aaron Judge, and that is our first play of the day. All right, second play of the day, 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Lane Thomas. Way too low. I like the over on this one versus Christopher Sanchez. Christopher without an H. Christopher Sanchez and the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's head over to props.cash and break it down. All right, if you're new to the channel, 4 things that are certain in life: death, taxes, Prince could dunk a basketball, and Lane Thomas versus left-handed pitching in 2023 versus Christopher Sanchez. So on top of this matchup being a righty versus lefty matchup, this is a matchup versus a pitcher who he does have success against. 8 plate appearances, 2 doubles, 1 single, no homers, no RBIs, does have an above 400 batting average and an over 500 slug percentage. Over his last 10 games, Thomas is averaging 2 hits, runs, and RBIs last 10 games at home. In those 10 games, he has no homers, he has exactly 4 RBIs, and he is getting on base, and his teammates are doing a great job of driving him in, which is good news for us because all that counts towards your total fantasy score. On the season, Christopher Sanchez versus righties like Lane Thomas is allowing a bit of a higher batting average than he is to left-handed bats, but not by much. 226 batting average. However, all his power given up this season has been to right-handed bats like Lane Thomas. 10 homers, 6 doubles and triples, and 24 singles given up by Christopher Sanchez to right-handed bats. Lane Thomas is in a good spot. Righty versus lefty. We love that matchup for him. He also does have stolen base upside, though he doesn't have any here to show for it. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't maybe say upside. He's capable of stealing a base here and there, which is great because those are worth 5 points over on Prizepicks. So I think he's in a good spot today versus Christopher Sanchez. I understand that Sanchez has done a good job at suppressing that average, but again, going back to the power numbers, he gives it up. And let's go back to this history between these two. Lane Thomas has hit the ball well versus Sanchez. He's seeing the ball well. We just need him to get a few extra base hits today and get us over that 6.5 mark, which is, again, a little too low. So we're going over 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Lane Thomas, and that is our second play of the day. All right, third and final play of the day. Let's talk about Elly De La Cruz. See what I did there? I like the over 7.5 hitter fantasy score. Let's go over to props.cash and we'll break it down. All right, Elly De La Cruz at home. Reds take on the Blue Jays today, facing Chris Bassett. No history versus Bassett, but we'll get to this. We'll get to why I like this matchup for De La Cruz, because Chris Bassett's not the same player on the road as he is at home. But on the season, De La Cruz versus right-handed pitching, 267 batting average, 9 homers, 11 total triples and doubles, 27 singles, and has driven in a total of 24 RBIs. Chris Bassett, on the other hand, versus, well, De La Cruz is a switch-hitting batter, so we'll take a look at what Chris Bassett has allowed to lefties since it's more. So I assume De La Cruz takes his swings from that side of the plate. 271 batting average, 16 homers, 16 doubles and triples, and 40 singles allowed to lefties. Now, I talked about how Chris Bassett is not the same player, not the same pitcher on the road, and this is what I'm talking about. So let's just take a look at his home numbers. Over his last 10, basically averaging 7 strikeouts over his last 10 at home. Great job at suppressing production, so only allowing an average of 2 earned runs in those starts, and he has allowed roughly 4 hits in those last 10 home games. Now, on the road, Chris Bassett goes from a 7 strikeout per game pitcher to a 5 strikeout per game pitcher. He goes from allowing 2 earned runs per game to basically 3 earned runs per game. Goes from allowing 4 hits per game to almost 7 hits per game over those last 10 away games. So this game is being played in Cincinnati. Great American small park, great hitting environment. I think Daylen Cruz, along with his Reds teammates, get after Chris Bassett a little bit today. And all that just makes me like the over on his fantasy score even more. So that's what we're going to do today. Third and final play of the day, we're going over 7.0 hitter fantasy score for Elly De La Cruz. All right, as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to spend a few moments over on the ODDSJAM optimizer. Very important to always refresh the optimizer because things change, shit happens. So I just want to spend a few moments on a few different sites. We're not going to dive into any super detail here, but let me just show you the value that is available to you at this time on each player prop site. So right now on Prizepicks, we got a lot of green, which is great. We're looking for minus 119 odds to hit for these plays. You can see that anything in green is basically viable for a 5 or 6 man flex. We got to scroll down pretty far before we get into any yellow or orange, and anything below minus 119 it's still viable depending on if you can get some of these higher plays into your slip. So if the average per prop is minus 119, you're good to go. You definitely, I would not encourage you to build a lineup, a slip of all reds and oranges. It's very important to have some plus EV in there. That's the whole point of this optimizer. So right now what's popping on the optimizer is a lot of NFL preseason. We do have some soccer Premier League. Scrolling down, Christopher Sanchez over 4 strikeouts, as long as it's not versus Lane Thomas. We have more NFL preseason. We have tennis, esports right here. So a lot is popping on the Prizepicks tab through the ODDSJAM optimizer. Let's take a look at Underdog and see what they got going on. We're going to still see a lot of NFL preseason. These props just dropped, and you can see right off the bat. So a lot of NFL preseason value right now. I may just build out a slip or two on Underdog and Prizepicks and post those in the Discord consisting of NFL preseason. So if that's something you want to check out, be sure to join the free player prop Discord. That link is in the video description. Over on Parlay Play, take a look at some of the value presented. So really important to have as many player prop site accounts as you can, because it does allow you to find different value, the discrepancies, and then middling opportunities. As you saw, middling opportunity works when it really works. You hit on both sites, but as you saw in the intro, the recap, we still made profit yesterday doing middling over on Prizepicks and Underdog. So again, a lot of NFL preseason here. Got some esports right here, contracts, Yampy. Back to the NFL, Yuri Perez is popping under hits allowed. Back to esports, so a lot going on here on Parlay Play. I do want to show you Jock Market. Jock Market, I'm fairly new to Jock Market. Alex Monahan kills it. Well, he kills it on everything, but Jock Market, he kills it as well. But Jock Market, a little bit of a different format for me. I'm still getting used to it, but because of the optimizer, I am able to find some awesome value. So right now, here's what's popping on Jock Market. Again, you're looking for minus 118. Anything in green is viable, and you can see what ODDSJAM has this projected to in terms of odds to hit. So just a lot of value on all these player prop sites. Very easy to build multiple slips and do it in a quick way. That way you're not spending all day in the lab grinding and cooking. People got shit to do, right? So just wanted to show you all the value that's popping right now on all these player prop sites. If you have any questions about this stuff, drop a comment below, or even better, join the Discord, shoot me a DM. Maybe we can have a deeper, in-depth conversation about all this stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about the 3 plays that we went over in today's video. Also, let me know what you like on the Prizepicks board. Thank you all so much for stopping by the channel and showing your support. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's, actually tomorrow's Sunday. I do take Sundays off. I will be posting plays in the Discord. So again, even more reason to join the Discord. You still get the plays, just not doing a YouTube video tomorrow. So until Monday's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.